आज हमारे साथ हैं यूपी की जानी मानी हस्ती मिस्टर अवनीश अवस्थी.
We had hardly any other expressway within our state, and he said completed within the given time. I can tell you, this was a major movement route during the COVID, when the flights were all stopped, and it was these roads which provided the critical infrastructure required for movement during the COVID period. We spent almost 7,000 crores in the land.
7,000 crores for land acquisition.
And never ever any head of government of any big country has ever landed on an expressway.
Really?
Way back in 2007, 2008, 2009, the then government had tried to make an expressway called the Ganga Expressway.
Yeah.
That didn't succeed, it failed.
Ganga Expressway
Yes, it is
the biggest BOT project awarded by any state government. So what were the challenges that you faced in awarding that project? I would say that, sir, you have made Uttar Pradesh the express highway state of India. Okay.
So if a state doesn't have good roads, it is not worth the while.
नमस्कार दोस्तों, आज हमारे साथ हैं यूपी की जानी मानी हस्ती मिस्टर अवनीश अवस्थी. 2017 से 2022 में सर ने उत्तर प्रदेश स्टेट हाईवे एजेंसी अथॉरिटी को ज्वाइन किया एंड यूपीडा, एंड उस पीरियड के अंदर एक ट्रांसफॉर्मेटिव चेंज आया उत्तर प्रदेश के अंदर, एक्सप्रेस हाईवेज के अंदर एंड रोड्स के अंदर. Sir, welcome to Metro Mobility Stories and thank you for being on the channel.
Thank you, and I'm looking forward to our interaction here today.
Sir, in 2017, before 2017, what was the state of the highways in Uttar Pradesh and what was the transformative change that you were able to bring?
I would say that when we took over in 2017 under the Chief Minister's leadership, we already had the Yamuna Expressway. The Agra-Lucknow Expressway was about 91% complete, and we had hardly any other expressway within our state. And it is then that major decisions were taken for the expressways of the state under the leadership of the Honorable Chief Minister. And I'll go one by one. The very first thing, when we asked him that the Agra Expressway is almost complete, what is to be done about it? And he said, complete it within the given time so that we ensure that the expressway provides all the infrastructure for the passengers on this expressway. So that was done. We ensured that the Agra-Lucknow Expressway was complete. One or two of the ROBs were only complete from one side. That was all completed. The side roads were completed.
The side?
The
side roads.
Side roads were completed.
Yes.
They were not
the service lanes.
Some of service lanes were completed.
Yes.
And in some places there were land acquisition issues, so that was also resolved.
Land acquisition issues were resolved.
Still there. Immediately tolling was started, and now the expressway has completed more than 5 to 6 years of actual operation, and it is doing well. I can tell you, this was a major movement route during the COVID, when the flights were all stopped, and it was these roads which provided the critical infrastructure required for movement during the COVID period. It is then that the Chief Minister then said that, well, we should now plan something for Purvanchal. So he said that we should have an expressway which should approach those districts of Purvanchal which are totally cut off from the major roads. And it is then that he got us to start the project of the Purvanchal Expressway. We spent almost 7,000 crores in the land.
7,000 crores for land acquisition.
Land acquisition for the expressway, because this land is in the very fertile basin of the Ganga River.
Oh, really?
Yes. Okay. So we did the land acquisition very fast. 4 times the circle rate was provided.
Wow. 4 times the circle rate was provided.
And then the critical part was that districts which it gets connected to, starting from Lucknow to Barabanki to Sultanpur, and then of course up to Azamgarh, and then Mau and Ghazipur. So these were the districts which were really in the backwaters of our state. It is the expressway, the 6-lane expressway, when it got started, that these districts got their connectivity. And we are very happy that it was all done in a time-bound manner. The Honorable Prime Minister did the foundation stone for the Purvanchal Expressway in Azamgarh. And never ever any head of government of any big country has ever landed on an expressway in a military aircraft.
Really?
And the Air Force was very kind. The Honorable Prime Minister landed on an Air Force aircraft on the expressway.
On the expressway?
Yes, and there was an air display of the Air Force also in the presence of the Honorable Prime Minister. And I'm also very happy to tell you that one of the days while the Purvanchal was getting constructed, the Honorable Chief Minister was travelling from Azamgarh to Gorakhpur. And I was travelling with him in the helicopter.
Okay.
And when we were flying over the Ghagra towards Gorakhpur, he showed me a bridge which was under construction of PWD. That bridge had not been completed.
Yeah.
And he expressed the desire that if Gorakhpur could be connected to Azamgarh, that will be an important link, which will then connect Gorakhpur to Lucknow as an alternate route.
So that laid the foundation for the Gorakhpur Expressway.
Gorakhpur Link
on that helicopter drive.
Yes, and I'm so very happy that it is also getting almost completed. Only about 0.5% of job is left, so this will provide an alternate route. Yes.
That's fantastic.
So I'm so very happy that the Purvanchal Expressway has provided an alternate route for people of Ayodhya and Faizabad to come to Lucknow. So this was, as I said, Agra-Lucknow Expressway, the Purvanchal Expressway, the Gorakhpur Link Expressway. This was when the Chief Minister was very keen that, well, we have the Western UP areas, we have the Eastern UP Purvanchal area, Bundelkhand should also have an expressway. The Honorable Prime Minister laid the foundation of Bundelkhand Expressway at Bharatkoop in Chitrakoot, and within 26 months, 26 to 27 months, the Bundelkhand Expressway also started. There is one aspect which is also very important about the Bundelkhand Expressway, is that the Bundelkhand Expressway is also now getting, the Honorable Chief Minister has asked and directed, and very soon the project will start. It will link Chitrakoot also. The small portion which was left out earlier will now get connected right up to Chitrakoot. Now that is not the end. Kumbh, you know, came in 2019.
Yes.
And it is around Kumbh that the Honorable Chief Minister had another. And then you know that way back in 2007, 2008, 2009, the then government had tried to make an expressway called the Ganga Expressway. That didn't succeed, it failed. But the Honorable Chief Minister said, we will make the expressway. And at the cabinet in Kumbh, when the cabinet was arranged at Kumbh, the Honorable Chief Minister declared the new expressway. It's a 594 kilometer long expressway. This expressway, rather than being on EPC, is on PPP.
Yeah, so that's my question to you, sir. This is one of the biggest BOT, the Ganga Expressway.
Yes, it is
the biggest BOT project awarded by any state government.
Yes.
So what were the challenges that you faced in awarding that project at such a large scale? I
would like to state very clearly that we have now the largest length of expressways in the country. UPEIDA as a state agency has done excellent job in making the expressways of the state.
I would say that, sir, you have made Uttar Pradesh the express highway state of India.
Exactly, the Honorable
Prime
Minister.
And if I may say, you are the express highway man of India.
The Honorable Prime Minister did declare that UP is now the expressway state of the country.
Although Maharashtra had taken the lead in starting highways and express highways,
expressway faster,
but you started much later and you are at the top.
Yes.
And that's a big tribute to your dynamic leadership.
So if you are making an expressway, there are three aspects to making a road. One is the land on which you are going to make the project. The second are the finances for the road. And the third are the clearances which you can provide to the construction agency. So I can say that again, the Yogi Adityanath model of ensuring that land is given, taken from
land,
the farmers.
Finances and clearances.
Land is taken from the farmers. So we had a system whereby RTGS payments were made to farmers. So almost 96% of the farmers on simple negotiation of what their area is, The rate of land is pre-decided.
Yeah.
They would get their
On RTGS.
on RTGS.
Wow.
Or they get their money in their accounts
Yeah.
without any hitch.
Yeah.
And it was only in about 4 to 5% of the areas where there were issues of litigation between the landowners or the landowner was not available. We had to actually go through the process of acquisition. So 95-96% was through negotiation. And that is what caused the entire land to be available.
So one final question, sir.
Yes.
As the express highway man of India, from the express highway state of India, what is your message to your fellow colleagues in UPEIDA who fondly remember you, and also your message to other emerging authorities, because UPEIDA has set an example to other states and other authorities, and they would love to hear from you that what is the inspiration you give to them?
So my message to all of them is that the expressways lay the foundation. They are the backbone for development of a state.
Okay.
So if a state doesn't have good roads, it is not worth the while. And development of our state is happening because of the expressways. The Chief Minister has ensured now, and Mr. Manoj Singh, who's now the IADC, of course, the Chief Secretary also, that 30 industrial pockets are coming up along the expressways. These industrial pockets, when they are developed, the industries which have signed MOUs within our state would get land, allotted land, and then they will move forward. So the expressways are not just roads; they are the
Lifeline.
They are the spine along which industrial development will also.
Lovely, sir. Lovely. Thank you so much for being on the channel. It was lovely talking to you. I really enjoyed. I hope you enjoyed as much as I did.
Yes, and once again repeat: if you are making a road in your state, please have the land with you. Have a good relationship with the farmers, because they are also partners for your progress. So you have to bring all of them together and take things forward.
Wonderful, sir. Wonderful. Thank you. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Yes.